Hello and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing great. We're going to make quiche today, one of my favorite dishes, and I do have really nice memories with it. It's very easy. It's a long process, I'm not going to lie, because I'll be making my own puff pastry. You can buy it obviously from the store. You can, if you really feel adventurous, you can try to make it yourself, like how I did. I'm going to be making the rough puff, which is the easier version of puff pastry. You can freeze it. You can make it a day ahead. You can make it a week ahead. It just keeps very well as well in the freezer. So I need some flour, all-purpose flour, and very very cold butter, very cold water, and a pinch of salt. It's very important to have cold butter and cold water. Temperature is the most important thing in puff pastry. I just chopped the butter into cubes, and now I am mixing the butter into the flour. This is the same technique that I used for the scones, if you remember, or if you watched that video, and then squishing the butter. Oops, some mess. Here I'm squishing the butter between using my fingers just to mix it into the flour, and because we need the butter to be in a fairly big chunks, kind of. This is what is going to cause the flakiness of the pastry and the layers. Okay, I added the water, and now I'm using a tool just to hydrate the flour and to see, like, kind of using the tool instead of my hands, because I don't want mm, to use my hands all the time, so I do not change the temperature of the butter and the water. We need the dough to still be cold or fairly cold. Okay, this is what I like to do when I feel like the dough is coming together. I just collect the one that came together in my hand, put it out of the bowl, add water to the unhydrated flour. This is just half a tablespoon of cold water, just to gather everything together. And now return the big bowl to the bowl and mix. We're not kneading, we're just mixing to kind of bring the dough together. So now our dough is in a big bowl. It looks okay to me. So I'm going to put it into a parchment paper, wrap it, and put it in the fridge. It's going to go into the fridge for around 30 minutes. You can also put it into the freezer for 10 minutes. This is the first time chilling the dough. Now we took the dough out after 30 minutes, and this time I'm going to roll it because I want to do the folds this time. Again, this is going to contribute to the layers and the flakiness of the pastry. So I'm just rolling and folding, rolling and folding. This is our first fold, or our first trial of fold. I'm also trying to fold the dough into a triangle or a square. You can always play around with the dough as much as you want. If you want it round, if you want it square, if you want it a triangle, if you want it rectangle, whatever. You use your hands and use the rolling pin and you shape the dough as you want. Okay, now this is what did we say? This is our first fold after our first chill. Now we're going to chill the dough for the second time. Second chill, and another 30 minutes. Again, if you want to speed the process, you can just freeze it. It's very important to chill the dough every time because you just want the dough to kind of relax, and the don't want a lot of the gluten to be developed as well. Now I took the dough out and I'm rolling it again. I'm just showing you the pockets of butter, and this is what we need. Okay, I rolled the dough, and now I'm going to do my second fold. So the more you fold, the more you chill, the better it's going to be. This is my honest opinion. Okay, now I took it out again, and this time I'm going to bake it. So I rolled the dough a little bit bigger than the size of the the pan that I'm going to use, or the the plate that I'm going to use to bake it in. And using the parchment paper, just to make your life easier, transfers into the plate or the oven tray, whatever you're using. And I'm just shaping the dough on the plate. And now I'm not gonna cut it or anything. I'm just gonna put it again in the fridge for 30 minutes. And taking it, and while it's chilling, I'm going to make the filling. I'm using kale. You can use whatever leafy greens that you like. Spinach works. I'm also using some sun-dried tomatoes, onions, and garlic. The filling can change according to your preference or whatever you like. You can play around with it. You can add chicken, you can add cold cuts, you can add sausages. Anything works. Okay, and here I have some leeks as well. I just found like half a leek in the fridge or something, so decided to add it as well. Just cooking these things together just very quickly, like 5 minutes or something. Salt and pepper, obviously, seasoning. I took the quiche out, the pastry out of the fridge, and I'm just shaping it. I'm just like trying to cut the edges to make it nicer, presentable. Okay, so now we are going to bake the first bake, the first time. I'm going to put the parchment paper in the middle. I'm using rice, and this is just to weigh down the pastry so it does not um, change in size, I imagine. Okay, to weigh it down so it kind of shape it. So I put it in the oven for 20 minutes, and I took it out. This time I'm going to brush it with some beaten eggs, and using the fork as well, I'm just going to pinch it a little bit. Why am I doing this? Because I want the eggs to create some kind of flare, kind of laminate the pastry. So when I put the filling, does not soak, it doesn't get soggy. Okay, I added some cheese, and now I'm adding the filling that we made, the vegetables that we cooked a little bit earlier. And here I have, now it's the custard. This is where it's going to bring everything together. Um, 3 eggs, a little bit of cream, salt, pepper, mix them together, and then fill the quiche with this custard. Okay. Now the custard is going to go into the oven for around 40 to 45 minutes. This is the last time we are baking it, and I'm just putting a little bit of extra cheese on top. The cheese, you can use whatever you like: mozzarella, parmesan, romano, anything basically. You can also use feta, it works. Okay, the quiche is out. It looks very nice. You have to let it cool down before you cut it. I did not, because I was very hungry. I decided to just cut it. I think, waited for 30 minutes or something, because you need the custard to set. That is why you need to wait for it to cool down completely before you start cutting into it. And also, quiche is served cold. Most of the time, you get it from the fridge section, or you get it served from the fridge in a restaurant. Okay, I just served the salad that we made in the last video, and I really hope that you try this one and you like it. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.